Hello everyone and welcome to my stamp studio. Today is Wednesday, July 15th. Happy Hump Day. And today we're going to be featuring our pretty poinsettia stamp set and coordinating dies to make a cute kind of non-traditional Christmas card. And let's see, let's get our pieces out here that we're going to be using. I'm using a half sheet of Golden Glow, so 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of Barely Blush, and this piece measures 4 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of this Gingham Designer Series paper in our in colors. This happens to be Golden Glow, and this measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. So that's going to just go right on top of our Barely Blush there. I just want a little bit of color. The next thing that we'll be using is our Sweet Word labels and dies. We're actually going to be using one of the labels, and I've already cut that out ahead of time. So we have that there. And then let's go ahead and get our stamping going here. So we're going to use our Early Espresso. And we're going to stamp our sentiment off to the right here. I just need to see where I'm at. All right, there we go. And we'll close that up. Clean this off. Now I'm going to come back and add a little bit of color to that. So I'm going to bring in our Golden Glow shimmer pen. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and color in part of my sentiment here. Now, one of the things I do like to do, I always shake it with my cap on. Remember to always leave your cap on. And I'll go and color the areas I want once, and then I'll wait a moment, kind of let it dry, let it settle in there, and I'll come back and do it a second time. I feel like when I'm coloring on cardstock, it just takes an extra moment or two for it to get in there. It just needs a second layer. All right, so now we're just gonna dry it, and by the magic of TV, here you can see I already have it done. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to be stamping our poinsettias. So I'm going to take my little pad here. I'm going to get my block with my poinsettia on it, and I'm going to be using my Barely Blush. I don't know why I'm having such a tough time remembering that color. It just is. Okay. So now when I'm doing this, with these new ink pads, I don't press down really hard. I just tap. I just kind of let it sit there. Now, when I turn it over, if it's really moist looking, you know, you can kind of see the ink kind of pooled there. I just blow on it a little bit, dry it out, and then I just simply set it down without pressing and lift it up. If I find it's done that, I'll just restamp it again. Sometimes with a brand new stamp, you need to actually stamp with Versamark first and then stamp with your ink pad. Now, unfortunately, my stamp here had gotten a little damaged. I'm getting a new one, but you see a little flaw in it right there. That's not how it should look. So if you happen to get one that has a flaw, or you made, you know, damaged it in some way, you can call Stampin' Up and they'll get it replaced for you. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, we're going to die cut these out. I have one more thing to stamp on here. I'm going to use my Golden Glow, and I'm just going to stamp the center of my flowers. So I'm just going to go right in here and stamp. Now, if I don't like where I position that, I can stamp a second one, which is what I've been actually doing quite a bit. I don't know, because I'm not looking through my block to get it lined up. So I'm stamping 2. All right. Now I only need 2 flowers, but since I have them right here, I'm just going to go ahead and finish them up. All right, so there we go. Now, through the magic of TV, oh, these are magnetic, by the way, so your dies will stick to it. I already have these die cut out. All right, so we're just going to put this back in its home before I lose it. I'm going to grab this and we'll put it right back in its home. I like to put a little magnetic sheet into my cases here to hold my dies in place. All right, let's get all of our stuff in a row here. I need adhesive, which I don't think I brought out. All right. So I'm going to just go ahead and take this right onto my Barely Blush. I want a little pop of something else. So I just want to try this out here. I'm debating on whether I want my ribbon to my right or my left. I think I'm going to have it over here. So let's grab our Golden Glow. Now you can grab Golden Glow or you can grab Barely Blush, whichever color you prefer. This happens to be the one I grabbed. All right, we'll tie our bow here. No, forgive me, my wrist is a little sore, so I'm having a challenge sometimes doing some things. So just bear with me while I try to tie this bow real quick. Okay, it's not going to be real quick, but you know what I mean. Okay. So I had to film this video a little earlier today because I've got some meeting conflicts. Of course I do, right? So here we go. I'm not live, but you can definitely leave a comment for me. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about the new gingham paper. Don't you love it? And we're going to go ahead and pop this up in dimensionals. So let's grab some dimensionals. And hopefully I have some here. Otherwise I'll have to pause for a moment and go get some. Here we go. Have some. Looks like a brand new package. All right. Brand new package with tape. I don't know what that's about. I must have had them in something. All right. Let's just get this going here. Okay. Throw all the backings out. I love when I get to open a new package of dimensionals. It makes me feel so accomplished. I have been redoing my craft room, and I have found hundreds and hundreds of cards. So, I think what I'm going to do this month, since it is Christmas in July, I am going to, starting with orders from Monday, all the way through the month, any order that's over $50, I'm going to send you a stack of cards because I need to do something with all of them. All right, and they're from past classes, just, you know, things I've made. All right, so I can slide this a little bit because I didn't put adhesive on where my bow was. I'm just going to slide up more towards the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and have this down. Now, because this is popped up a bit, I'm going to put these on dimensionals as well. So when I do this, yeah, you can see I tried to stamp it in Golden Glow. I didn't like how it turned out, so I ended up using Early Espresso. All right, and the reason I'm using 4 here is so that it balances my label, so it doesn't kind of flop around on my card. So here we go. Put that right there. All right, now I've got my 2 flowers, so I'm going to just put those right on. And for this, you know what? Why don't we do it? Let's just put it up on dimensionals. Okay, I'll put one here. I don't want to cover my words. So where I put the dimensional is where it's going to land on my label here. Okay, now let's add some embellishments. Now I am using the Pearls of Beauty. I'll also be using this tomorrow night in our Pretty Poinsettia class. I just think these are really pretty, and you can use different colors here. I think we're going to use these like gold ones. So I'll put one here. And just sprinkle them around your card. Oh, that one didn't have a glue dot. Yeah, I'll put one we'll do one more. Maybe right here. Okay. So that is your Hump Day Lunch Break card. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video today. Join me tomorrow night at Stampin' Fun and More for the Pretty Poinsettia class to go. That's where you will have the ability to purchase a card kit when you place an order in my online store, and then you will get that kit shipped to you. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night, and thanks for joining me today.